Aloha, everybody, and welcome to Insane Disappearances. Lamech here. Got another story for you. This story is about a guy named Todd Edward Luchessi. He went missing around May 31st, 1999, in Sierra City, California. He was at the age of 28. When he disappeared, he was about 5'5", 135 pounds. Now, the Luchessi family owned a summer home near the banks of the North Fork of the Yuba River in Sierra County. Their son Todd loved the outdoors and enjoyed the serenity of the cabin and the river. On May 29th, 1999, Todd went to his family's summer home to take a short vacation. When he still hadn't returned after Memorial Day, his family called the Sierra County Sheriff. During a week-long search, Sheriff Lee Adams separately utilized 4 tracking dogs. Each dog tracked Todd from the steps of his cabin to within 5 feet of the Yuba River, where the tracks just stopped. And of course, Todd Luchessi's body was never found. And there has been no activity on his bank accounts either. So that, of course, lets you know that no one obviously kidnapped him and took his credit cards and ran amok with it. Let's see. The sheriff stated that he believes he has done all he could, and he does not have any additional information or new areas to search. The Luchessi case has some similarities to the Austin Sparks case in Mount Shasta. Both individuals were tracked to a river where the trail inexplicably stops. Now, in cases like this, where you actually leave your family to go off somewhere by yourself, you don't know what they're doing. You don't know where. You may know where they're going, but you don't know what they're doing there. You don't know who you may encounter or what you may encounter, and of course, you have no idea that something would ever happen to your family member or your child. Especially if you've been doing the same things over and over again for years. Going up to a cabin to spend summer vacation up there or whatever the case may be, or even Christmas. So in a case, like I said, in a case like this, I would suggest that you go with family members, go with a friend, and stay close. Now, for the ones that don't know that these things happen in the parks, or even if they do know, they may feel like it would never happen to them. Well, I'm pretty sure those people thought the same thing, that would never happen to them. And what happens? Boom, you just disappear unknowingly. You don't know that you're gonna disappear. It just happens. And you often wonder what goes through their mind when this is actually happening. I mean, does it happen fast? Does it happen while you actually walking through some type of tunnel and into a dimension that you are very unfamiliar with? Now, I thought about this earlier about what I was saying about how people are taken for whatever reason it may be, but I also thought about what happened. Why they would be brought back dead. Now I'm thinking that they did what they had to do with these people, and then when they were done with them, they just tossed them aside. But in the process, they either stole their soul or they zapped them of all the energy that their body could obtain, and all that was left was a lifeless corpse. You know, and that's like I said, looking at all the facts is the best thing for you to do. But at the same time, by looking at the facts, you also can gather what is actually happening to these people in your own mind, your own, you actually build your own theories. Now, Doing so, I listen and I look at the cases and I look at the evidence and the facts. And I can look at the facts and just say, okay, well, the facts tell you that something, not saying who, but something is kidnapping these people and something is bringing them back dead. So, the way I see it, like I said before, whoever or whatever is taking these people, they just zap their energy, which is a good reason why they have no bullet holes in their body. They have no strangulation marks, no stab wounds, no bruises, no nothing. It's just they're just a lifeless corpse lying in a creek bed, with no clothes on. Now, also, if they are being sucked or brought into some type of dimensional portal, maybe it's an area where they can't survive, and maybe there might be some sort of vacuum like deal with these portals, and they're being sucked into this this tunnel. Now, it could be a suction that is so intense, so powerful that it rips the clothing right off of their bodies, including their shoes. Because think about it, when a person gets hit, what happens? When they get hit by a car, they get knocked right out of their shoes, right? Because you always see that long shoe on the side of the road or even in the middle of the street. Sometimes you see them dangling on a doggone cable. You know, I mean, of course, obviously somebody put them there, but all the other stuff like shoes being on the side of the road. Sometimes I would always wonder if I was to grab one of those shoes and take it to a forensic office, what would come of that? I may find out who the shoe belonged to, right? And then you'll probably gather some information on what might have happened to them. But in this case, people are being taken, and when they're brought back dead. So obviously, whatever this thing is, might be some type of spirit drinker or an energy drinker. It survives off of energy, so it zaps the energy from the human body. And so when they are brought back, they're nothing but a lifeless corpse. Okay, so that is the best case scenario in my eyes and in my mind as to why these people don't have any marks on their body as far as trauma, torture, or even death. Because they always say they can't find the cause of death. Think about it. If they can't find the cause of death, obviously, whichever way they were killed, they were killed in a way that can't be detected. So I would think, okay, they killed them without even touching them. So somehow they use some sort of machine, or they have the power to drain a person of their energy, and they actually eat the energy, or they suck it out of their body and they somehow absorb it into their body, where they could use it to survive or whatever. I'm just saying that would be the best case scenario if you want to think about things in a much more supernatural sense. And this seems like some very supernatural shit. I'm just saying. But that's my theory on the whole deal. I've been wanting to say that for a while, but I look at it like this here. What else can you say? There's nothing else to say. There's never any evidence of why these people are being taken. There's never any evidence of who is taking these people. You may hear noises on voicemails and stuff, and hear hear them talking in a strange way, like say, "I'm removing my clothes." Why would you do that? It makes no sense. Okay, now, like I said, when all else fails, when all of the facts have been set and there's still no answer, the only questions you can ask at that point is the crazy ones that no one really wants to ask. And that is, obviously, there is some sort of creature zapping them of their energy. Okay? And then, of course, like I said, what else can you say about that? That is the only way to think. But people are refusing to think that way because they refuse to think that something other than a person being kidnapped by a person would be the logical reason or the logical thing to say. But I'm just me. I'm just one person. So it would have to take a lot of people to even admit to that. And most parents don't want to admit to that. They just want to say, "Oh, I know my child was kidnapped." They always say that. But anyway, that's all I got on that story. But of course, I will be reading more stories, and I will make sure that I post them on my vlogs for everyone to listen to. Um, and I will make sure I post more videos throughout the days, throughout the weeks, so there'd be more for you to watch, and more stories for me to, or more of the cases for me to read for you guys. So, always imparting. Aloha, mahalo, and ahuiho, which of course means till we meet again in Hawaiian. Be blessed, guys. Peace.